Alright, I'm going to show you an issue with the front suspension on the STX24. I've got the lower links off of it. Well, actually it still has them on there. These are the lower links and the upper links, and you can see how they kind of go together there. The main issue I'm going to talk about tonight is the lack of space right here. There is a definite lack of proper spacing and where the you can see those wishbones moving, because it physically comes in contact with something that turns on the car. That is not acceptable, and that should have been caught in pre-production. You know, if you're an RC car company and you want to know what's wrong with your product before you put it out, send me one. I'll test it, I'll figure out what's not good about it, and I'll let you know, and you'll put out a much better product. So in order to fix this issue, which would burn a motor up, you wonder why a brand new motor burns up? This is one of the reasons. That should not be happening. That's going to limit the travel of the suspension. It's also going to burn up motors and just cause wear. You can see that it's already caused wear on that line around the base of the drive shaft. So I'm going to file that to create a little bit of clearance. I'll show you another issue that should have been corrected, and I'll show you how to make it better with your truck. I'm just going to use a simple nail file and remove some of that plastic. And there's plenty of meat on there. Don't worry about taking a bunch off. It won't hurt it. Even if you partially expose the ball joint on this, it won't hurt a thing. Another thing that I found limits suspension travel are these ears that come off the ball joint. A better option for that would have been a straight round ball joint and actual washers that go next to it, because they will limit the suspension travel. If the ball joint rotates and hits that plastic, it's going to stop. On the front, I went ahead and just cut that off. So all that's in there is a ball joint that can spin 360 degrees. And in order to make up the slop, I'll just put a couple of washers next to it, and you'll get a lot more articulation out of that. I got a little impatient and just hacked it with an X-Acto knife. It was perfect. That's no problem at all. That's going to work real well. I might even take that little bump off the very bottom there, or the top side. See how it bumps up? I don't want that touching the drive shaft. And you can see there's still a lot of meat left. I'm nowhere near the inner ball of that joint. That right there is the plastic that I cut off of the little inner ball of the ball joint. Didn't need to be there, and I get a minimum, at least a millimeter more of articulation at the center, which translates to a lot at the end of a suspension arm. And that right there is how it should look. See how I can swing freely because it's no longer binding against the drive shaft? There's just I might even take that off and shave it a little more just to get a bit more clearance, but it's already free and can swing freely and move freely. It's got more articulation, and man, I've found out there's so many things on RC cars. When you get them out of the box, just go ahead and fix all the problems that come from the factory, because they're very seldom right. So this one's easy to do. You just got to tear your car apart. The other piece of advice I'd say with a brand new car is rip your sticker off the motor. It makes them hot for no reason. Just tear it off. Might even do that on the servos, because servos get hot too. Stickers actually don't add horsepower. So that's all for tonight, and hope you enjoyed the video.